People want to know that not only that they came from the Highlands, but even where in the Highlands and what was special about that particular place. The peninsula of Kintyre, because of its geographic location, has always been extremely important in the flow of population. The Celts came in migrating from Ireland and set up Dalriada, which involved Northern Ireland and this area of Scotland. For 200 or 300 years, we've had a very mixed and very active and very dynamic population. There was a significant migration of very able young people out into the Americas, Canada, Australia. And this was the diaspora, the spreading of people out into the world, people who changed the wide world. There were a number of very remarkable people, and one that I'm particularly fond of was a man called George Armour. George signed on to go over to America. He was a wheelwright and he could sign on as a ship's carpenter. The size of what he did, he created the system of international trade, which started among the grain forward traders in Chicago. Campbelltown had something in the region of 30-odd distilleries. The distillers, when they were setting up in Kintyre, they set up their own shipping line. Kintyre, of course, was a transatlantic port. There were ships regularly going to, so there was a great tradition of going by ship.
Our area has a history of at least 8,000 years of human occupation. We explore the lives, culture and history of the area in the context of the Highland clearances. A lot of the people that lived in the inland straths were removed to make way for more agriculture. A lot of people opted to take passage to find and build a new life for themselves abroad. Often the people that were removed from the inland strath had absolutely no knowledge about fishing at all, but yet they were deposited on the coast. One of our projects at the moment is building a seaworthy fishing vessel based on the boat that you can see behind me that was used along the coast at Courtenay. We are working with a boat builder from Orkney.
And we're down here in Borgie Forest at Betty Hill. The volunteers here, all from different backgrounds, all from different kinds of training. They're learning a great deal. I feel it's important to keep the skills there, especially at this end of the country with there being such a strong historical significance with boats and whatnot. You know, up until 100 years ago, they were pretty much all wooden boats.
So we have people come in from all over the north coast, from as far afield as Caithness, to learn traditional skills as a way to sort of preserve those so that they aren't lost and passed on to a new generation. People
that held these skills, having immigrated to different parts of the world, a lot of that has been lost locally, and you know, with descendants coming back to the country, it's good if they can see these skills still being used, still being trained and put into use again. You know, if that skills aren't continued, they're going to be lost forever.
Coming from Kintyre and then spending much of my life as part, I suppose, of the diaspora, I kept coming across people coming back from the Americas, from the Antipodes, who had some knowledge about Kintyre. Very quickly you find that they're coming over here. It's really the internet that has changed this very dramatically.
We're also really interested to hear from members of the diaspora about where their ancestors ended up and the stories they have to tell. Often they've done a lot of research beforehand and they've got their family trees, and we can help people with that research, and what we can offer is a more personal knowledge of the area.